Force due to continuous charge distribution. Now, force due to continuous charge distribution can be obtained in the similar way as we have calculated force due to discrete charges. Force due to continuous charge distribution can be obtained in the same way as we have calculated force due to system of discrete charges. Let we have a continuous charge distribution. We have continuous charge distribution with volume density of charge rho. With respect to any arbitrary chosen origin O, let us take a point in this volume element whose position vector is Ri. Let we have a continuous charge distribution with with volume density of charge rho. With respect to an arbitrary selected origin O, let the position vector of any point in the charge distribution is Ri vector. The volume density of charge rho, this is a function of Ri vector. This means volume density change with change in position. Divide this volume into large number of small volume elements of volume delta V. Now charge in this volume element, charge in one volume element, this will be delta Q is equal to rho into delta V. Rho is the charge per unit volume. Therefore, charge in volume delta V, this will be rho into delta V. Now consider a point P outside this volume charge distribution or inside this volume charge distribution. Let R0 vector is the position vector of point P. Now, according to Coulomb's law, net force at P due to this small volume element, this will be force on Q0 at point P due to volume element delta V having charge delta Q is, according to Coulomb's law, is dF. This is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught delta Q into Q naught upon R dash square into R dash unit vector. R dash is the distance between volume element and point P, and R dash cap, this is unit vector directed from volume element to point P. As R dash vector is equal to R0 vector minus Ri vector. Now by superposition principle, total force at P due to all such small volume elements, this can be obtained by using superposition principle. This will be F is equal to Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation delta Q upon R dash square R dash cap. If delta V goes to 0, then summation becomes integral, and this equation can be written as F vector is equal to Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught integral delta Q upon R dash square R dash cap. Delta Q is equal to rho delta V, this will be Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught rho delta V r dash square r dash unit vector. Similarly, for linear distribution of charge, delta Q become lambda delta L, then this force will become F0 is equal to Q0 upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation delta Q की जगह lambda delta L हो जाएगा r dash square r dash unit vector. Similarly, for surface density of charge, F will become Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught sigma delta S upon r dash square r dash unit vector. This gives us the total force at a point due to continuous charge distribution.